Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair! Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom! Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You remember that song?
I was doing my introduction. Thank you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You remember that?
No.
Really?
Welcome to the Rising Ground. I want to show y'all. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 is to 11 is the clock. I didn't want to do it, and that must be looking at footage from last year.
What is the address?
Afros and audio. What?
I'm like, watching, don't be treating me.
Y'all should have took care of that before we even got started.
Don't worry about it.
So
Wait a minute. You know what? I missed you, and I'm being like extremely rude.
yes, you are.
So why don't we start over? Let's get the introduction going.
She ain't paying attention.
Rise and grind.
Sorry, I was trying to.
No, we don't have to replay it.
No, I was trying to. Did you want to?
No, I am literally waiting for some respect around here.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, listen. I'm trying to do.
Hey y'all, listen. So today
Rodney
is,
Dangerfield and this motherfucker.
hold on, what is a little respect? Shani don't know who Rodney Dangerfield
No
is.
clue.
She has no
I don't even know if I want to accept the drums on that because you know she has no clue.
She has no clue who the Rodney Dangerfield is. That was my favorite
She
guy
just
too.
think I'm funny.
He used to look like my dad, a white version of my dad. No respect.
That wasn't the same.
That was my favorite. I used to imitate him, Eddie Murphy, and Bill Cosby was my three main people I used to imitate a whole lot. An old wrinkly white man like my old wrinkly black dad. So my
So
dad
this
did
is
have
your
a big
introduction?
voice. Anyway, no, you messed that up.
Okay.
So listen, today is a good day. Today the Lions won, right?
Lions. Oh, I mean, like, Daddy, I Love Him is now streaming on Tubi.
Thank you, Sean.
And no, it's streaming on the Rise and Grind Morning Show because apparently
Yeah.
Petey loved his daddy.
Okay.
Dear Dad. Actually, I really didn't. That's crazy. No, yeah, that's 357. That's what she was mimicking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She don't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
what songs was simple.
Songs
All you had
was
to come
song.
in like oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then it reminded I want to be your man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they right. That's where they mimicked it from. Roxanne. I was listening getting his jokes together. I'm definitely. I have my
He's
jokes
trying.
together. I'm telling you, Sean. I'm telling them.
Am I all out of?
Late.
I thought I was all out of hash brown.
Anyway, so November 1st is going down with me, Tara, Tiara, Tammy, Stephanie Fizikas. It's the big comedy show going down at the International Institute. That's 111 East Kirby Street between Woodward and John R. So anybody who understands, Woodward do not divide the East from the West. It is John R.
It is John R.
So you're still on the West Side for all your West Siders.
I agree with that.
About time. So listen, we gonna go. How was your weekend, Lake? Okay,
weekend. No, let's talk about my weekend. I worked. I was like, what did I do? I worked and I had a foot setback because I worked really, really hard. But we had the Detroit Bourbon Festival.
Damn it,
at,
I missed that.
The Detroit Historical Museum. And it was an amazing day.
Really?
The weather was everything on Saturday, which allowed me to do nothing on Sunday. I
what?
I did nothing. I from 9 o'clock to almost 11 o'clock, 9 a.m. to the p.m., I was on my couch binge watching TV, like being in the world with nothing to do. King stayed at my parents' house. He didn't want to come home and chill with me. Wasn't no football going on. I watched Wicked. About the time I finished watching Wicked, 3 hours had gone by.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I wanted to rewatch Wicked because it's coming back out in November. So I had to.
Why are they bringing it back out?
It was a to be continued. It's going to be a 6-hour movie.
Good morning, Miss J. Cherise.
You didn't know that?
Hey, J. Cherise. Hell no.
Wicked is amazing.
I only can imagine.
I took my son to see it at the Opera House.
I remember that.
You didn't even know me then.
I did.
I did. No, you didn't.
Okay.
Stalker.
Okay.
But anywho, it was an amazing show live. The movie itself, when you think about the authenticity of like the Wizard of Oz, they kept that. Yeah. Like the colors and the music. And I really is not an Ariana Grande fan, but she did an amazing job playing Glinda. Glinda. She changed her name to Glinda in the movie, but
did she?
It started off as Glinda.
I couldn't watch it no more.
Why?
Because I think like the Wizard of Oz. Don't get me wrong, I love a good story, but I'm so tired of European stories. But
the Wicked Witch is black. Go figure.
Go figure. But the whole thing is, I get tired of they can have their legacies and movies going on forever, and we don't even cherish ours. So,
but see, you always go back to us and what we're not doing. Do we not cherish our movies?
That's what I just said.
But so why
we not cherishing our movies?
I know that's what you said, but what movies do we have to cherish?
A lot of them, like Roots. Roots is a great movie.
And when they remade it, they did a poor job.
Well, we can still go from our original.
I still watch Roots though.
Well, I mean, I know, I get it, you, me, but I'm saying that there's filmmakers that didn't take those things from our past, like Raisin in the Sun, stuff like that.
Raisin in the Sun sucked.
Wow, you so.
The book was better.
Anyway, so the whole thing, we just, well, somebody should have made it better, is what I'm saying. Our black filmmakers, we don't take or cherish things that we have that's considered classics and redo them.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Name me one.
I was just thinking about.
I mean, that's why I like that.
I mean, oh God, it's so hard to say because as far as remaking films, I get what you're saying, but like all the Spike Lee classics is something that.
And nobody redone one. And nobody redone one.
But why do you need to
Right.
Okay, so.
Exactly.
Okay, so Wicked is not a remake.
It's still
the Wizard of Oz. The Wiz is a remake of the Wizard of Oz, and we keep remaking the Wiz.
No, we haven't.
As black people.
No, we haven't.
We have to.
No, we haven't.
We have.
Name one.
The remake of The Wiz?
Yeah.
Is the remake of The Wiz.
No. What? No.
I don't know. We can hang that up though.
We see, you know what we do when we remake The Wiz? We put the Cowardly Lion in a skirt
When was
with a
this?
Jerry curl.
When was this?
When I took King to see The Wiz on
You
Broadway.
talking about on Broadway? I'm talking.
but
Listen, I'm talking about
the movie itself.
Well, yeah, and there's so many derivatives of the Wizard of Oz.
Like what?
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
No, and you answer the question just like you put me on blast. What is a derivative of the Wizard of Oz that's not the Wiz?
Wicked.
Wicked is an origin story.
It's just, anyway.
I mean, but it's how many times do we do origin stories?
Well, like what?
Shit, give me a second. The Good Man too. I don't know.
Hell no. Dorian.
Daddy, I used to love him. I don't. I mean,
Dorian, tell me a movie that we redone that was originally black and we redone it.
Fences.
In a good way. Oh, good answer. But that was a play.
No, but Fences wasn't an original movie.
No,
That was
it was
Dreamgirls.
It wasn't a movie.
It was.
It was a play. Stop. I'm trying to tell you. I know
Sparkle.
my shit. Good answer.
Okay.
One out of 39.
I mean, you. This is no, and I'm not. You fucking with me. Stop fucking with me, DJ. Hustle and flow. Sorry. No, but we started off with creating plays because we didn't have a market at that time in the cinema. Can you agree with that? It was hard for black people to really make films. So to turn around and turn some of the most remarkable plays into film is a good thing. So when you talk about that, The Wiz, originally a play, a phenomenal play. I had the opportunity to see it with Stephanie Mills.
Yes.
And actually, The Wiz was the movie first, and then Stephanie Mills came and made it a play. And for the past 40 years, it has been touring on Broadway and beyond. You know, Dreamgirls. I just seen the trailer for Dreamgirls, and they did make the trailer like a movie. That's why I thought it was a movie.
Okay.
With Loretta Devine and Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Jennifer, the other
It
lady.
was almost identical to what the great work that Beyonce and Jamie Foxx and Eddie Murphy did. Okay. You know, sometimes things don't need to be remade, and I think that's what black people like. They talking about coming up with another Harlem Nights.
No, that's an AI. We're going.
Was it a AI?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like this Sora, whatever, done fucked me up in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. Calvin said we do biopics pretty well.
Yeah, we do.
And how many times you gonna remake Selma? You know, he marched, he got shot. I mean, we really know what the outcome is gonna be. Martin Luther King is never gonna get up off that balcony and give us a second dream.
I'm not gonna joke about that. I'm not gonna joke about that one.
I ain't joking about it, but how many times have they made a Martin Luther King movie?
Not that many.
They have.
No, you talking
I'm
about,
thinking 3.
You talking about
Oh my God.
They had a Martin Luther King cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Yeah, all the time in school on Black History.
I'm not a dream. Why Martin Luther King sound like a ghost when he was alive?
Now you want to talk about him being a ghost.
He sound like a ghost when he was alive.
I think the funniest depiction of Martin Luther King was when they did it in the Boondocks. And he said, "Y'all, I'm moving to Canada."
That was funny.
and it was so true to.
It wasn't too many movies. It was a lot of TV specials.
No, but it was the first Martin Luther King with Paul. What was his name? He had the big eyes. He's an old actor, Paul something. If you guys know. That was the first Martin Luther King movie that I seen.
I'll be cooning. Go ahead.
And then Selma, and then like you said, we've had TV specials.
Oh, we have a lot of TV specials. But a white man, he played Martin Luther King one time.
I ain't never seen that, but I ain't never seen a black man play Jesus.
Ooh, good one. No, I have in the Book of Clarence.
Jesus wasn't in the Book of Clarence.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Yep, he was.
You're right.
Yeah,
Jesus was.
yeah.
They whooped his ass just like they did the Passion of Christ. See, Jesus
That's
always
not-
gonna get his
that's-
ass whooped.
that's
Like
not
that.
funny.
You, no matter how many times you remake the story, it is always gonna end with Jesus getting the shit beat out of him.
I mean, the whole thing of it, he said Paul Winfield.
Paul Winfield, thank you so much.
Oh, but he played a good Martin Luther
thank
King.
you.
He played a good Martin Luther King, though.
You know what? He played such a good Martin Luther King. I thought he was Martin Luther King because I was a kid.
Right.
And I didn't know Martin Luther King was dead. I thought Martin Luther King was a story that they told me about. And then he did this movie to
Right.
tell me about his life.
What did Mr. White say? He came up with something. Mr. White just said something. He said,
Roots was highly impactful enough. Just re-released, just not on BET.
and I'm with
We
him.
gonna put it on Tubi?
And no,
If it go on Tubi, they'll watch.
no, they still want it.
But they remade Roots.
That wasn't a good Roots.
I mean, but I'm saying like they tried to remake Roots and it
They
was
tried
a
to make-
horrible.
They tried to make it nice. Like,
Yeah.
like it was a love story.
Right.
And no, it wasn't a love. It was really a story about a family. It was a family story. And everybody thinks Roots was just about slavery, and it wasn't. And those who have small
What was
minds.
it? What was it about?
It's about family, about lineage. That's what it was all about. And it was about telling the truth about the
Like,
religious.
shout out to Dermel because he was just telling me how when Chicken George died, he laughed. I'm violently free. Died by
You come
fire.
out on a new one.
Oh, that was
He didn't die on the first one. He came back.
Chicken George came back. Oh, I gotta rewatch that.
Chicken George came back to show them that there's a lot of free Negroes out here.
I'm gonna
And they
have.
got- and
Where did he come back as a ghost of Christmas Past?
No, fool. He came back at the end.
I gotta get me 8 days to rewatch some Roots.
You talking about Fiddler?
Thank you, Mr. Bob.
Oh, Fiddler.
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 Fiddler. I won't watch Roots because it's too long. But you will watch the Avengers. Get out of here. Anyway.
I watched the Avengers.
I know, but he told me he won't watch Roots. It's too long, but he'll watch the Avengers. Anyway, stop remaking shit.
I think
Dorian,
everybody.
I'm with you.
You know
Dorian.
what? I had my son watch Django so he can learn about slavery.
wrong one to show him.
It wasn't.
He fuck around, pick up a gun, be like, "This how it goes."
Hey.
Anyway,
Something.
shout out to no, I like where the direction that Tyler Perry and them did with Ruth
Come on
and
in.
with Ruth and Boaz. I love that show.
You
love
keep
it.
talking about it. I won't watch it because you like this so much. I think I'm gonna be disappointed.
You're not. I promise you.
If it's a regular ass love story,
It's not. Mm-hmm. It's the story of Ruth and Boaz. It's in the Bible.
well, what do they talk about in the Bible?
In the Bible, it speaks of a woman who was lost, and she thought she had the right man, and he died, and she wound up finding the right man in another family, and
So did she find Boaz or lazy ass?
she found Boaz.
Or whack ass?
She gonna find your ass in a minute.
No, I mean, if Tyler Rosewood was a good slavery movie.
Who?
Rosewood wasn't a slavery movie.
It was, and another thing, everything that has something to go about racial issues, everybody thinks it's slavery. And a lot of times you gotta have the mindset to look beyond the thing that evidently was there. Rosewood was about a family and about a city that was getting burned the hell down. And a lot of people don't know the Gap Band. That's what they was representing.
What do you mean?
That area. That's when you brought the bomb on me, baby. That song was about white folks bombing that city of Rosewood.
Oh wow! I don't think that was. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Don't tell our children that.
Okay.
That's like
It wasn't
telling our children that Jada Fire was one of the original members of Destiny's Child. Don't do that.
She was.
She dropped the bomb on you.
No, but Rosewood wasn't a movie about slavery. It sure wasn't Keenan. Thank you very much. It was about family and what went on Rosewood. The Gap Band, that whole name came from that whole thing.
Okay.
If you look at the name of Rosewood.
I'm not doing this with you.
Okay.
We have Google though, and smart people in our thread. You just telling them stuff.
Okay.
Right, and we have You guys hear this laughter in the back. We have the amazing Henrietta Ivy here today.
Good morning.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are having general conversation. They said the song was about the Black Wall Street bombing. That's what Keenan said.
The first one was in Rosewood. Damn it. Anyway.
Nobody believes you.
Of course they don't.
See, they like, please stop it, Miles. So welcome. We have a general conversation, but we just gonna jump. Somebody need to call in and tell you like that's not true.
Okay.
Hi, caller.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Nah, I know about history now. Rosewood was in Florida in the 1920s. Bad situation, but just like Tulsa, Black Wall Street, all that, just race riots. That's all it was.
Right, because it started off with a white woman lying about being raped, correct?
Yeah, both situations. Yep.
Well, no, she was literally having an extramarital affair with a black man, right, and got caught.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. It was named after Greenwood, Archer, and Pine Streets that was bombed. The district of Tulsa, yeah. So it was the same thing.
Greenwood, Mass.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. It was the same thing. Thank you very much. But it was
a typo. We had a couple of typos in the comments.
Yeah, it said the Gap Band was named after Greenwood, Archer, and Pine Street, which were the central streets of the Greenwood district in Tulsa. That was bombed first. Thank you.
But I don't think you dropped a bomb on me, baby. And you turning me out.
That's the way they wrote songs back then. They could have said the white man fucking us up. The white man fucking us up. They didn't say shit like that.
No, you dropped a bomb on me, baby.
Yeah, think about it. Keep going. Listen
and you turning me out, baby.
You turning us out. Y'all making us go back to some bullshit. I'm telling you.
No, that's pussy.
Lake, stop. Lake,
no,
stop.
You stop.
Stop.
You stop.
Hey, one more thing.
Go ahead.
It was the deeper thing though. Like both of those were self-sustained black communities that they took down overnight.
Yes.
Yeah. So they both it was just self-sustained. We was all good. Everything was good. We was funding ourselves. We was doing great. And then they saw that and they destroyed it all.
Very true. Yeah. So yeah, it was all the same. It was all the same thing. Yeah. So when it come down to the woods, shut the hell up.
I ain't gotta shut shit.
hey, look,
It's my show. It's the late show.
Thank you
it's
very
Tuesday.
Much,
I think we forget what day it is.
I'm sorry.
Now I come over here talking on a Thursday. You can ask me to shut the fuck up. But today,
I'm sorry, boss.
It's my day.
I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry, boss.
As you should be.
I'm sorry, boss.
What do you mean I'm sad?
You sad.
Sean Williams said I was sad.
That means sad. Yeah, that's sad. That you didn't know that. That's sad.
He's sad. Shit.
Yeah, Doria said 1922 was a very violent, bloody
Is our
time
caller still on the phone, or did you hang up?
We said goodbye to Calvin.
Okay.
We had more. If you'll hush your mouth, we have more wealth than definitely.
Yeah. You ain't gonna read it?
No. People could read it in the comments. They see it before we did. I mean, so anyway, so Miles is right. Thank you. You're wrong.
You know what? No. I hear what he's saying, and I'm also gonna say this to Sean. Get out the comments. No one asked you to be here.
Thank you, Sean, for backing me up.
Don't ever correct the best podcast host of 2025 again.
Okay, but I have to say this.
And 26.
I did not know that was the reason for that song. I'm with Lake on it. I'm thinking it was a girlfriend breaking up with a boyfriend. He was turned out and his heart was broke.
I mean, if you ever listen,
damn, that's some wordplay.
So wordplay was really a mercy me and shit like that, where it sounded sad enough to make you think about it was about love and all that. He was talking
No,
about,
Mercy, Mercy Me did not sound like love.
what did it sound like?
That definitely
That
sound
sounded like a freedom song.
Yeah, I agree. That definitely gives freedom.
I'm gonna ask y'all brilliant people another question. Well, what did Brandy sound like?
Who is Brandy?
Brandy,
I really miss you, Brandy.
That sounds like an alcoholic.
Definitely right. Definitely right.
What was
It was about a dog.
it was about a dog. Right? I thought it was about a dog.
It was.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
So why are you here today, man?
Because you know what? I thought we had an appointment, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show up since I got dressed.
I thought you was about to say because I got drunk. I thought you was.
You know? I'm just showing up a little bit today to talk about the upcoming elections. You know what? The political thing. We had like a week, 2 weeks flat for elections, November 4th. And
2 weeks.
I am running for Board of Police Commissioner, and everybody knows. So I just wanted to kind of bring that to the forefront today. Let everybody know, listen, about 2 weeks ago, if you got your absentee ballots, make sure you write in Henrietta Ivy if you live in District 1, Board of Police Commissioner.
Do we have your name spelled correctly on
You
there?
absolutely, Ivy is I-V-E-Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we get it right.
Yeah.
Throw your ballot the hell out for that.
Yeah, and you know what? And I tell people that's why I made this little sample ballot, and I'm been passing them out to people in the neighborhood as I'm knocking doors, and even on social media, I made like a little clip where you see the sample ballot, you see the name and the flyer next to it, so you will know to write it in correctly. Because most people do spell my name, but I-V-Y is I-V-E. Make sure you put that E in there.
You got it in there now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So, question: what's District 1?
District 1 is it starts from Telegraph.
It's the first district.
Nobody's talking to you.
District 1, it starts from Telegraph down to Grand River.
Okay.
And so you have places like Brightmoor, Rosedale Park, Grandmont 1, Castle Ridge, St. Mary Cray, O'Hara Park. So you have those neighborhoods within District 1.
Shout out to we having rich and poor districts put together one time.
Right, Brightmoor.
But you know, Brightmoor has really grown. It has grown.
It has. They're going to end up changing the name.
I think so.
Yes, to Lightmore. Because it's going to be Whitemore.
Well, no, we have a lot of immigrant community moving over there now, which is kind of, diversifying the neighborhood. But I went over there last summer and I did see a lot of, mixed cultures over there.
I don't really get into political talk that much because I be asking questions and then the politicians be looking at me like.
Well, one of the things we can ask is what does a police commissioner do?
Ooh, good answer.
Yes,
good question.
Listen, always ready for it. So what we are the oversight for the police department in the city of Detroit. We have a board of 11 members, 7 of them being the 7 districts and 4 being appointed at large. Okay. And so what we are responsible for is oversight, citizens' complaints, subpoenas, budget, and community services.
Well, I definitely got this question. And I take this very seriously because it's dealing with the people. When people running for office, right? Why we only see them when they running?
I ask myself that question as a voter. When they get in, they promise you all these things and they don't see them again until election, and people fall for it. And what I would say to that is stop falling for that. The reason why you only see them because I don't know if they're serious about the position or if it was something they thought they can do and they won. I really can't give you a background as to why that happens, but I can tell you for me, my faith's going to always be out there because it's always out there now. I do the work now, so I'm going to continue to do the work on this level.
So another question. I see this one like this.
You don't like asking questions?
No, I don't.
You're in the media. Why wouldn't you ask questions?
Because these are serious questions, and this deals with human lives. A lot of people believe in the police, right? It has not changed for us too much since whenever, right? So how can we look at change coming?
By electing your right leadership.
How can we determine that?
You have to do your research. I tell people all the time, you research the people you want to lead you.
So,
you know people within your circle that could probably be a good leader, but are we pushing those leaders?
So
you know.
that's my question. Hypothetically speaking, you're a write-in ballot.
Yes.
So why you had to be a write-in?
Because when I got the call or realized that, actually I read the Detroit News and I was reading something that came across my news feed, and it said there was an issue with people running for Board of Police Commissioners because a lot of them had stepped away to run for other offices. So by the time I realized what was going on or how I read it, I couldn't pull petitions because the petition deadline had ended. So most of your Board of Police Commissioner candidates are write-ins, except for a couple of the incumbents.
No, I noticed that that's the reason. But however, that's why I asked somebody who I do print work for, and I asked him what made them want to run, right? And he really just said, because I'm getting tired of the citizens getting messed over. But this ain't the first year or the first 10 or 20. You know what I mean? Why now? Carla, you on the air.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Jay Cherise.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
All right.
Good.
That's good. I have a question for Miss Ivy.
Yes.
The first question is 7 Mile, it's Pembroke, between 7 and 8 Mile. Is that still District 1?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're in my district. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, for what you're running for, what would you actually be giving us that the other candidates cannot?
First, transparency is number one, and accountability. I will always be focused on the needs of the community in policing because I live in that area, and I've talked to a lot of the younger people and some of the people my age and older people, and they all said that they're tired of the harassment. Now, as I've been doing this, I've been doing like this watch work for a minute now, and I went live about police officers harassing and misconduct in the community. So my first focus is give me those citizen complaints. I want to see what they look like. I want to know why they have not been resolved and why we have a backlog. That's number one. Number two, I would love for the community and I to work together and building community relationships with your police commissioner. So everything I'm accountable to you will make sure I get it to you, but I need that backing. I need you guys to come to those meetings. And those meetings, what I'm going to start to build out in 2026 is community meetings with your police commissioner. That way I will be accountable to you and give you updates on what's going on when it comes to the complaints, when it comes to what officers are being reprimanded, what officers are being promoted, getting your input on your own safety. Because I don't know everything. This is a new position, but I do know how to advocate, and I do know how to have that conversation, and I'm strong with it. So I would, that's my first thing going in is give me those complaints. I want to take a look at what has happened and why it has not been fixed. So those are my first strong things is what's going on, and let me see the books. So I know how to communicate that to you guys in the community and within myself, because I want to know too.
Okay. And my last question, so I can get off here so somebody else can call in, is if you get in office here, where are you looking to eventually go? Are you looking to just stay in this position, or have you already start looking for where you're going to go after this?
Well, the Board of Police Commissioner is a non-paying position. It's more of a community advocacy for me.
Hold on, stop. You don't get paid for it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Continue.
Sounds like the Ride and Grind morning show to me.
So I want, my whole thing of it is it's a 4-year board member position. I don't look to get into politics to level up. I try to get in there to fix things. So if it's granted to me to move further as I do this work, I would probably be looking more to stay on city council or reach for a state rep seat, because a lot of our representation up there is ran down here. And I know for me, and I want to speak for the community, we want somebody who's going to stay and stand. So right now I'm going to strongly focus on these first 4 years and work that as diligently as I can. If you guys reelect me again, I'll take it again, because guess what? We need that accountability. We need that person that's going to be transparent. We need that person who's going to stand up and speak for the people. And I'm always looking for positions like that.
Right. That's amazing, because I really did think that this was a paid position.
No.
I did too.
No,
I
it's
did
not.
too. So it's very commendable
Yeah,
that
it is.
you are willing to take on a position
Yeah.
that has a lot of say-so, knowing that you're not getting paid for it. I commend you on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. I'm going to go ahead and hang up, you guys.
Thank you for calling in,
Thank you.
caller. Have an
You're
amazing
welcome.
day.
Have a good one.
I do have a
You too.
question. What was my question?
You don't know. You forgot.
No, I do. I remember now. Are you the only write-in, or is somebody
Hell
named
no.
on
Another
the?
person did jump in about a week ago.
Okay, but both of you are write-ins.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so it's really a matter of who gets the most write-in.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
one of the things that I notice about a lot of voters, when we do get them to the polls, they are still lazy. So if they see a name there, they would much rather just circle in
Yeah.
for the name that they see there than actually write in a name.
Yes.
But if someone... If your name is able to be written in, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like you is really,
Yeah, on your job.
yeah. That means that you put your name out there,
Yeah, most definitely.
you know, and talk to the people,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew that E go in between the V and the Y. You know,
I was just about to say that. So, what about misspellings? If they misspell,
They throw it out.
They threw it out. It's it doesn't count.
So here's the thing: we are at a disadvantage because it's like 67% to 70% of Detroit area is illiterate. They are functional illiterates, and that's crazy. They do not know how to spell.
you know what? The crazy part, I always said I was gonna run for city council on my name. But because Lake is easy,
Yeah.
it's easy to spell. Lake Butler is easy, but I think about our content. So we are going into our topic for the day. Are you okay with that, sir?
I definitely, but I want to. I need one more question.
Well, we can still ask her questions and go into our topic because it kind of has something to do with.
Yeah, with the topic. So let's go into the topic. Go ahead and read the topic off, Lane. Because you want to read it so
Your
bad.
content, your voice, your responsibility.
There's no space between the content and the why, please. Thank you.
Your content, comma, space, your voice.
Content, space. No, your content, your voice, your responsibility. So it does go into the topic. So when it comes down to what you said, right?
Yes.
I have a real strong thought when it comes down to city and state government, because I have watched many things that went on through the time that I've been living, and nothing has been stood on its own. The only thing that stood on its own, thanks to punk ass Archer, is that it was the Coleman Young theory of if you live in the city, you could work for the city. If you don't work for the city, you can't. If you don't live in the city, you can't work for the city, which was probably the most grandiose thing that ever happened to this city. And then punk ass Archer took the dive for Clinton, and we fell for the okie doke, even out of the city's money. People don't understand the reason why Joe Louis Arena was made to where we was receiving almost 75% of that parking money towards the city. You know what I mean? A lot of things, everything Coleman Young does, he done it with the mindset of helping people go further. You gotta go to the bathroom. Like, I can tell. She put them headphones down quick as hell. That's that bathroom.
She's so annoying.
Talking about pumps in the dump. Anyway, no, seriously. So I don't not you as a person. So don't take it. I don't trust politicians. The best way I think the city can heal is without politics. However, trash, things that's governed by the city. Okay. I forgot, what his name, Kwame Kenyatta? He left. He was like, man, I can't take this. I don't have a voice. I bring up things that make sense and they shoot it down every time due to the kiss-ass version of the president at that time. And I told my good friend of mine, Draper, DeAndre Wyndham, he wanted to become mayor of Highland Park, and he did. He was a great mayor comparable to the previous mayors. you can't get in a government that's made for you to for poverty to thrive and for integrity to thrive, to thrive. It's crazy. Like, you can't be in a government that don't want you to win, that wasn't made for you to win. I tell anybody, this whole country was stolen.
Absolutely.
If we dealing with a stolen country, we building on lies off the rip. That's why I love Minister Farrakhan, because when he builds within his community. And they have farms, they have their own produce, they have their own grocery stores. These are things that they have because they keep it within themselves. Whether it be 200,000, 100,000 Muslims and other groups and other cultures, you don't see them protesting and all that because they don't have to. Because if they're gonna protest against themselves because they put the accountability on them. Mm-hmm. We all know when at the Comey Young, when Archer really took over heavy, hell, half of Detroit left.
Yeah, right? True. Very true.
Over half. It left us with 600,000 people. Mm-hmm. And majority of people ran to Warren because Warren the housing was totally messed up. I'm sorry, not too much, but I'm talking about.
Well, they definitely went to the suburbs. People don't understand the reason why the numbers in Detroit dropped, and they want to say people left because of crime. And they put all these false statistics out, but they realize. What they don't realize is they left during the Archer era because they didn't have to stay. Right. It was open up. I can work here, but I can live wherever I want to. Yeah. And so they was like, I make this great money. I don't really want to live in the city anymore. They've been kind of playing with it a little bit. And when that gate opened up for them to leave with these city jobs, these good paying city jobs, they left.
And so it left a lot. And the people don't notice and didn't notice. Our grocery stores started disseminating, started falling. Yep. A lot of things our recreational centers start closing. And these are things that affected our children. Yes. So they left because he allowed it. Very true. That's what she just said. Like, go finish your business. Like, anyway, so please finish your business. I don't want to smell nothing. But no, the topic. Yep, it's the topic today. I guess you don't call it. Carly, you on the air. Carly, you on the air. Hello.
History. Let's get the history correct. Coleman didn't start it.
I ain't say he started it, but he made sure he enforced it.
He enforced it. Yeah. But here's the problem. The reason why Archer switched it out was because your population of your city, most of your, you had officers that were already moving out. And in order for you to retain them, you had good officers that were leaving. You had firemen that were leaving. You had city employees that were leaving. I lived in Grandmont number 1, which is represented by Kate, and what she's representing that district right now with the 8th precinct and a little bit of the 6th and whatever. Right. Those officers lived basically, before they left the city, they were over off of Warren and Telegraph. That was what we call the Aviators neighborhood, that far west side. And once they started leaving, Archer just looked around and just realized, okay, in order for me to keep these people employed, the good people, the ones that really come to work every day, it's not robbing folks, you had to kind of open that up, allow them to live different places. Now, do I think it's right? No, because guess what? If an officer does not live in a community, how do we know anything about that community?
And you don't care about it.
And he does not care about it. But most of your officers, if you look, one of the biggest issues that's in the 6th precinct is the kind of blatant racism that's going on in that precinct right now. You have white officers harassing black people. You have black sergeants that are kind of, they're really at war at the 6th precinct.
I heard about that, literally.
And the 6th precinct has been notoriously a corrupt precinct.
Yeah, but I would like to say this too. Don't forget when you bring up Archer, just remember the $100 million that he took from Clinton when we was going through the situation about building. So what he did was when that money was supposed to go towards building Detroit, right? But you had to look at what contractors got them deals. Due to the beef with Jenkins and all them, he didn't give it up to no black
Contractors. Yeah.
And he didn't have to because by him taking $100 million, he opened our city government up for state government to come and help fund, because when the state government start helping funding the cities, then it becomes a bigger issue.
No, the biggest mistake Archer ever did, his biggest mistake was allowing casinos to be built in the percentages the city was supposed to get from the state.
Hold on, that's why I was going with that, because he took the money from Clinton.
Well, he took the money for the brownfields. Like, you got to look at the areas that he took the money for.
But
we created brownfields, and brownfields are tax abated areas. You would not have the place where they're trying to put the WNBA.
Yeah,
that would have never gotten started if he didn't create a brownfields for it. Think about who was also trying. There was a ton of investors trying to get that land because it was a brownfield.
And look, guess what? Those same who you talking about, you're right, Dorian. But the same people you talking about is the same people that helped rebuild Chicago.
Absolutely. Listen, during the bankruptcy, I talked to the city planners, and they were mostly from Chicago, because they basically said, we're going to turn the entire downtown area, the BDA around that area, Corktown, Midtown, the corridor, which they renamed it Midtown, the New Center area, Indian Village, West Village. They were going to create a zone, in a sense, of an economic, more or less a gentrified area like they did in Chicago.
But why they couldn't? Because our Riverside.
Oh, they've done it. It's already done.
It's already done. I'm talking about at that time it was contaminated, just like Chicago.
Absolutely right.
It was contaminated, so they could not get to it. So when they was going through it, you got to remember there was the Penske brothers, Duggan. Dan Gilbert and the crew. You gotta remember, Jerome Bettis bought a lot of that land up front.
Chris Webber did as well.
And
Michael
Webber.
Jackson.
Exactly, Michael
There
Jackson.
was a ton of investors, people that wanted to invest in that land. And then guess what? It's still not a viable piece of land.
Exactly, because it's still contaminated.
Guess how much that's going to cost to redo the entire ground?
But listen, I don't care how much it's going to cost, but they did the same thing with Chicago. I was going to Chicago when Chicago was on stilts. The downtown area was on stilts because they had to excavate all that land. Because Chicago downtown was jacked the hell up.
Miles, all of this comes from the exact same thing, the reason why that sister's here today, the police commission. Because you had such much brutality. The police department in 1967 was 98% white.
Yeah.
They were raping prostitutes. They were robbing black people. They were robbing white. They were robbing whoever they can get their hit. They were the ones selling the drugs. They were the ones creating the crime. So when the rebellion occurred, Chicago may have had a riot in 68, but they didn't lose 2/3 of their population. They didn't lose their industry. And when you got businesses and people like, you know what, let me just cross the border and go into these landfills that they call the suburbs, because that's what they really were, landfills. And that's how you got the population to shift out of the city. And this is why you have what you have now. This is why the city has to be, you have to have oversight, because when you have a police department, everybody talk about ICE, they were worse than ICE. Stress, Big Four was way worse than ICE, way worse. And they didn't care, and so you actually had, and that's the problem. One of the reasons I didn't run for it, because she's just getting a stipend, right? It's not a real paying job, but the originality of it was because Coleman wanted to appoint certain people from the community. It's supposed to be citizen and police board, because it's exactly what it is now.
Right.
You got most of the people that's already there entrenched, that run it, they're the cops. So guess what oversight they're gonna say? Oh yeah, give them spot tracking. Let them do whatever they want to do. And so you gotta have someone like her who has to run, that's a citizen, that's gonna step up and say, hey, no, we can't do all of this. You know that there's a lawsuit that the city just lost because of the spot tracker.
Wow.
Yeah, because you ever heard of Lee Boggs and her group, which was a grassroots organization. They filed a lawsuit saying, hey, the city's supposed to let you know, like she was saying about transparency. Where is the spot tracker things at? And who are you watching? Because that's surveillance.
Yes.
And so That's important, but you got to understand the history. What really led to all of this, the city being the way it is, it was the freaking lease.
And it's always going to be the police. I'm
Always.
back now. Thank you for taking my spot.
Right.
We love you.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Dorian is very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable.
But that's what I want citizens to be.
He read a lot of
But
books.
see, I encourage people to be like a Dorian. Know your shit.
Right.
Like, seriously.
Oh, you can't cuss on the
I'm
podcast.
sorry.
No, I'm fucking lying.
Because when you have citizens or young people like Dorian and citizens who are engaged in the
Dorian
community.
young.
Oh, he sounds like he's like in his 20s. Like,
Hell no.
he sounds very young. I'm sorry, Dorian. No disrespect. But when you have citizens and voters and community advocates like Dorian in your community, it makes it easier because he understands the shit I'm finna go up against.
Right.
Yeah.
And it helps because if I formulate a meeting and I'm bringing in information and nobody still understands, it's like, come on, people, help me help you.
Well,
and not taking away from people who don't know. I'm just saying, come and learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to continue to keep District 1 and build on what we already have and continue to make it better. Well, District 1 is a very thriving community. We got people that moved out and want to move back in. We got people that's leaving and they like, I wish I didn't have to go. But older people are downsizing.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to build that relationship with the community and our police department in District 1. As a board member, I want all the members of the board to come up with great ideology, policies, and bylaws that's going to keep the community safe and hold the police accountable.
There you go.
So before
we have those, those in place, but as a citizen, not even a commissioner yet, I want to make sure that are we safe?
Right.
Now, one of the questions I wanted to ask that has something to do with our topic today, when you are running for a position, do you feel like the content of like your social media and the things that you're putting out there in the world, how much responsibility do you feel like you have when you're dealing with social media? Like I can say whatever the hell I want to. Because I'm me.
I can't.
Right.
And I'm lucky I got away with my little cuss word. I hope I don't get no backlash on that. But with social media, I do have to be careful. When I ran for city council in 2017, I had a friend of mine say, clean up your page. Right. And it wasn't nothing on there gaudy or disrespectful, just a lot of, content. And of course, at that time, I was doing a lot of cussing. He was like, clean it up because people are looking for that in leadership. The way you dress, the way you speak, what you put on your page, make your page more inclusive, more community. Right. And not so much of what you doing and you having parties and sticking out your tongue and your, stuff like that. I had to clean
Is she
it
talking
up.
to me?
No, she ain't talking to me.
I thought she was coming for me.
No.
Like she almost lost my vote in District 1.
No.
I don't live in District 1.
I was having fun on my page, but to your point, you do have to be very cautious and conscious of what you put out in a leadership position.
I'm sorry, because when you think about it, your number one voters are elderly people.
Yes, they are.
Oh no, absolutely.
And they will read you.
And anything that they feel disrespectful will go against you.
Yes.
Well, one of the things I want to do, we have a video. Yes. So can we get to it?
You don't ask me. Go ahead.
We're going to the video.
All right.
Post the content. Just post the content. Honestly, just posting the content is the reason why some of y'all are not growing and the brands aren't seeing you. And let me tell you why. People see the brand deals and the plaques and the girls who are getting paid and they get discouraged because it's not them. But you worrying about the wrong things, sis, because do you know your target audience? How's your quality? Why every time you post, it look like you didn't wipe your lens? Look, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. You gotta be a nerd about this shit. You have to study this. I don't care if you're posting every day. You're not showing up if you're not coming through with clarity, quality, or value. The point is not to go viral. You want to build something that's long lasting and that's going to connect and land with people. Yes, post that content, but before you do, study your craft. Don't get on here posting just any old thing, okay? Okay, that's my TED Talk.
That's a decent TED Talk.
She's right.
Here's the thing. I tell anybody, when everybody's about how you look is how it's going to be impressive, right? But how you come across and how they comprehend you is even better. I know a person who, shout out to Eric Thomas, who showed the whole world. You just got to be consistent and say what you mean. and say it with clarity.
And clarity.
And he done it. Now he's making $281,000 per 2 hours that he speak. And all he was consistent. He didn't get paid for 5 years. Almost 6.
Well, there is 2 situations that came up yesterday in my life. Actually, 3 situations.
You had a lot of situations.
I do. And I'm not going to go into the specific people that this happened to, but, and I want to, if you guys are listening, I want you to know that Shan sends out topics on Sunday. So this is just an amazing coincidence. Right. But the first situation was, a friend of mine read a post from a friend of his, and he decided to take the post and put it in ChatGPT for all corrections, because he's like, you are a grown man in your 50s. You using words like this, that. You are Lee's Moma. You know what I mean? And he took the thread or the post, auto-corrected it in ChatGPT and threw it back in his thread. And he said they had been friends since high school. But one of the things was they are in the mortgage financial industry. And he's like, when you're in this type of industry, you need to watch how you write things, your punctuation and things, especially when at any given time someone can associate you with me. Because we're doing the same thing. People know us collectively and this, that, and the other. And I told him it was a petty moment.
That was petty. But
at the same time, we let a lot of those things slide. And we talk about people behind their backs. And no one has the balls to correct it. Right. Go ahead.
I think that was disrespectful.
No, I mean, it was a little petty.
And here's why. Because, number one, I have a buddy of mine named Keith Brooks, right? He came out of the real estate business. I said, bro, you kind of jacking up. He called himself the handsome realtor and all that stuff.
That's cute.
It sounds cute, but don't sound cute to a man who's married married. And she talking, and he sent him the link to his page. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so but I was completely wrong. And the reason I say that, because here's why. Everybody has their audience. And the person that he was reaching out with the this, that stuff is probably the language that people feel comfortable with dealing with those type of people. Somebody don't, like, I have a theory. I don't trust men who don't cuss. Right. And then, because you be wanting to say it, but why you ain't say it? It's something you hide, to go through all of that. But the truth is, just because that man thought he was part representation of him, that sounds flaky to me, because there's a lot of people who does a lot of the same things, who reach different people at different times. Everybody don't like to be preached to or preached at.
Oh no. So the second situation was a young lady. I mean, I love that coming from another man. That makes sense. So a young lady posts on her page that pretty much ninjas are hoe ass when they watch other men act like bitches. And if you can watch a man act like a bitch, then pretty much you a bitch yourself and a fucking fag, right? So somebody responded.
I would respond to.
And was like, pretty much maybe because you put things out here like that you think that men are out here like bitches and this, that, and the other. Where she proceeded to say, shut your hoe ass up, you bitch ass nigga, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And he responded like, I only became your friend because we were on a dating site together. But and that was a couple of years ago. And then I constantly watch you put content out like this. And that's probably why you mad at the world, because no real man will want to be with a female like that. Now, I asked my friend, why did you feel a need to say something to her? And he's like, I pretty much said it for other women who feel like this is a proper way to speak, and you don't understand that men can really be interested in you, but they're going by and they're watching you be a bitch.
Spiral.
You know what I'm saying? Because and like, who wants a woman like that when you can't control your content? Now, was he wrong for saying something?
No. I'm gonna tell you why he wasn't wrong for saying something, because when women say things like that, right? I've been sending Shannon all these links about women doing certain stuff on Facebook and putting these videos out, but then saying guys are thirsty. You got your ass out. You have your breasts out.
Right.
Is that really being thirsty? Or are you putting out there like you want to get done? So here's what follows this. When a man approach a female, I hear the words I say. When a man approach a female about being a woman, it's a problem. Now, if you think these guys are bitch asses and hoe asses, blah blah, evidently the reason why you see them because they on your page, and they on your page because of the content that you already put out. And so these are the things that people have to relate to themselves. It's coming back to them. Nothing. If you bounce a ball, it's gonna come up. If you throw it at the wall, it's gonna come back. So you have to realize all that goes into your content, and most people don't realize that. So when that man approached that female like that, he was saying, "I don't like." The reason why you get this flack because men don't like women who act like this, but then act like it's a problem later.
Right.
So yeah.
So
thirdly.
Okay. Right, so go ahead. Now you can't even. You don't like my content?
No.
So
you was just wishing. Go ahead.
You know, this is to you. I totally agree with your content, your voice, your responsibility. Probably around 2019, 20, when we were entering the COVID, everybody, we started this battle of gender. That's when it first started, when too many people was at home. Bored. You know, downing women, downing men, and that and the other. So one day I was sitting with a friend of mine, probably about 2022. And we were looking at, well, I was commenting on my page. Like, I can scroll, it's going to be like, men ain't shit, men ain't shit, men ain't shit, men ain't shit, women ain't shit, you know, and he like, you see that? And I'm like literally. So we both pulled out our phones and looked at each other's feeds. His feeds was nothing but positivity and people speaking life. And mine was full of toxic behavior. And I didn't know that I can control it. I mean, until we had that conversation. So I started getting rid of people. Most definitely. You know, and it's funny because people started replacing those people. And now, like, my feed is more like how I am. Toxic. It's still toxic. Like, no, my feed, you know, showing my successes, where I am, tied with my kids, tied with my family, you know what I mean? So now I'm back to seeing that from other people, tied with their family and celebrating the life of my 95-year-old grandma and this, that, and the other. But I went like 3 years not controlling that content, and it was weighing on my soul and spirit, you know.
It gave you anxiety.
And it did give anxiety.
It will.
And then when I had the opportunity to come over to Podcastic, I have to thank Miles because, you know, sometimes we don't want to hear the criticism, but he gave me the opportunity to host stream, and we talked about imaging. And that's why I said in the first time, you know, when a gentleman, when you're a person's friend, you should be able to say something to them. Now, I don't necessarily feel like certain conversations is for social media. You know what I mean? Like, you praise in public and you break down in private. And more people need to learn that. But Miles and I had a real conversation about images. The only thing that I kicked back was, do you remember? What was it?
The hair.
The hair. This motherfucker gonna tell me I need to wear the same goddamn hair all the time. Like, you got me fucked up. I will be orange.
What I said was when you get gaining a fan base, your people want to know who you are at all times.
I am my hair. But it was also like the tongue pictures, you know, like it was things that, like, a grown man who wants to see you succeed and be appealing to women. women, or your audience, children, women. And then when certain things changed for me, I got more speaking opportunities to sit down with children. Like, I didn't have to really stop cussing, but I had to be more relatable. Like, everything that I said didn't have to knock other people down, but I was like, I felt like it was my responsibility to change. You know, what I seen every day. That was the first step. And short 2 years at this point. You know, it just
Look at you, knacker.
Look at me now. You know,
Look at you now.
2025 Best Podcast host killed Miles in the voting. Like, I can't express that enough. Like a clean sweep.
She won by 7%.
I won by 300 and something votes.
And I never won.
You took away like 4 awards, didn't she? Was it 3 or 4 awards?
Yeah, but the whole thing was, I never won said vote for me because I thought I
never won said vote for me.
I ain't want her to feel
You
bad.
literally,
she needed to win something.
He's literally lying because I was on the show and I said vote for me, and he closed the show by telling everybody not to vote for Lake, vote for Miles Dixon. Hi, caller.
Hi, it's Jay Sharice calling back.
Hey, Sharice.
Hey, I have a quick question for you, Miss Lady. Not Miss Ivy. And I apologize. I lost your name that quick when I called in.
Me? I'm Lake.
Yes. So are you saying that I apologize. I have somebody in front of me who clearly got their driver's license from a Cracker Jack box.
Those pesky drivers.
Let me breathe. Okay, so are you saying that that the content that you put out, are you saying that you should live that content, meaning that the content you put out, it should be a something you believe in or something you can stand by? Is that what you're saying?
Well, me personally, my content is something that I can live by. It is my blueprint that I'm leaving behind for my family, for my son, you know. So now when you go to my page, you can share my experiences and conversations I like to have or trying to engage with people. You know, I think about 4 years ago, I wasn't feeling my best on the inside. So 50% of what I put out there was just harmful content. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep talking about cheating men. I prefer to uplift the black men who are living righteously through their marriages. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to spend my time talking about females and their sexual inhibitions when I could talk about the way black women love on men, because we spend so much time on the negative, you know, and we could talk about it. I mean, prime example, like, I do try to correct things, right? So you seen the thing with the with Marvin Winans. Did you see that, Jay? Did I lose her?
I did not.
Okay. So it was, he really went off. What?
He did. Go ahead.
He went off on one of his parishioners for giving him $1,200 and not the $2,000 he asked for, right? And
you said a pastor did it?
The pastor, Pastor Winans from Perfecting. Marvin. From Perfecting.
You know what the question is?
Huh?
No.
So this is viral. Like, you probably see it as soon as you open up your social media, since I mentioned it. And
trust me, I'm not. I have stuff like that blocked.
Okay. But we have the clip. Okay, we're gonna play the clip in a minute. But the thing was, it went so viral. He's not gonna be able to control this nastiness.
The flag